Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here. Welcome back to Evilzombies Lair, episode 39. That's a lot of episodes, and I'm happy about how far we've gotten. So, today we're going to go over several things. First, we're going to talk about some personal updates. We're going to go over the movies and TV news, multimedia stuff, what's been happening. Then we're going to talk about the anime recommendation of the week. Then we're going to talk about some cool tech news I thought was pretty nifty. And then the main topic, which today is all Doom. Oh yeah, baby. Buckle up. So, let's jump into it. Okay, so start off with, guys, we're going to go over the personal updates. Okay, so what's been going on? Life has been getting back to normal. My wife's back from Ohio. Well, that happened a couple weeks ago, but I've been on and off with the podcast a bit recently. More hour cuts have happened. So that is a bit of a downside in life, but we're figuring things out. My wife finally, she just passed her test for going to school to become a CNA, so maybe that'll help our situation a little more. It'll be awesome and fantastic, and I'm so excited for her. Yeah, we've been studying for that. She passed her test, so that's cool. Another thing that's happening, my phone has been completely dying. If I don't respond to you sometimes, it's because my phone doesn't always work. Sometimes it'll just randomly turn off by itself, locks up all the time. Uh, Sometimes it just, like, I'll load the camera, phone restarts. Not even just on battery, it'll have 60% battery and it'll just die. And then it restarts itself over and over again. And then eventually it comes on and just stays on. Phone's having weird issues. But that's something I'll save up for later. And that brings us into something that's going to be our tech news. So I'll jump into that in a bit. If you're listening to this on a podcatcher of some sort, or if you're looking for the podcast, it's Evilzombies Lair. I also have another one on surviving depression and giving you useful tips if you want to look up that. That's Surviving Depression with Evil Zombie. That's also on any kind of podcatcher that you have. I use Podcast Addict to listen to my podcasts. There's Google Podcast now. That's a new one. And I think Apple's is now just called Apple Podcast. It's very creative, yes. But yeah, those are what those are called. It's not iTunes anymore that you look up podcasts on. So, okay. So, moving on, guys. That's all for the personal stuff. Let's jump into some of the topics. So, multimedia news. Doom Eternal gameplay. The gameplay footage showed last week. Oh, I'm so excited about this because I've been looking forward to this, to them showing the gameplay footage for Doom Eternal so much. I mean, I went through and I played through all of the 2016 Doom again and got everything unlocked. Every little secret, every nook and cranny, every weapon upgrade, every suit upgrade. Even if the secrets aren't in the secrets list, I went and found them just because I wanted everything. So I've done everything in Doom. I'm waiting for them now. I'm going to have to do it all again because I kind of want to. I love Doom. So, Doom Eternal got gameplay footage last week, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's kind of our main topic. And just kind of also telling you who the Doom guy is, all that. A little bit about him. Okay, so let's move on, guys. We'll get back to that in a little bit. So, anime recommendation of the week. We're gonna go for a good Studio Ghibli film this time, Spirited Away. It's interesting, it's original, it's crazy, it has some fun animation. It's like the Disney of Japan. You'll like it. Go check out Spirited Away. It's a really good, nice, touching story. A lot of fun. I think they might have that on Netflix even. I'm not sure anymore. I think they do. They've been getting some Studio Ghibli films on Netflix. So look them up. They're really good. If you want to see what other shows I have watched, go to myanimelist.net/profile/evilzombie123. But remember, they are doing some maintenance on the site a lot recently because of old security issues. So several things have been down, which is kind of a big downside, but they're working on it. So eventually we'll be back up to par from where it was. I'm looking forward to that. Yep, moving on from that, guys. We're on the tech news. This is actually going pretty fast. I might have to slow you down a little bit. Gosh, keep your pants on. Okay, enough terrible jokes. So for tech news, the Note 9 has been announced. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9. What I'm using here on my phone, if you're, I'm waving my phone around if you guys are listening and not watching the video. Oh yeah, I also have video portions of every podcast on youtube.com/Evilzombie. Easy enough name. But yeah, I'm using the Note 4, and I've loved it until it's getting old enough now with enough heavy use that it's just not working anymore. So I need to upgrade something eventually. I think next year, once taxes come in or things like that, maybe I'll upgrade to a new phone because mine just doesn't work. Something we've been noticing over time. It's just been getting worse and worse. Okay, so the Note 9's been announced, and there are two versions of it. There's a 6 gigabyte RAM version that has 128 gigabyte internal memory, and that's $1,000 or $999 to make you feel like you're getting a bargain. Yep, what a bargain. And then the one that we know we're going to get, that I'm probably going to end up getting and kicking myself for later because I spent so much. The 8 gigabyte RAM version that has 512 gigabytes of internal memory, which is it's half a terabyte. That's a lot of memory for a phone. I mean, that's a serious amount of memory for a phone. Right now, my Note 4 has 32 gigs of memory and I have a 64 gig chip inside. That's more than both of those combined. I mean, it's just spectacular. I don't even think this is 32 internal. I think it's 16 internal. Basically, I have to delete stuff all the time to keep it going. There's no choice. I don't have enough memory. Like, anytime I want to download something new, I have to delete old stuff. It's just kind of how it's been, but that would solve the problem. At least for a good while. Unless I decide to put my anime collection on there. Then the memory's gone. But that's what computers are for, right? Okay, but yeah, that version of it, the 512 gigabyte version of it is $1,250. So it's not too much money for having so much more memory. That's a lot of memory. That's like 4 times the memory, right? For the internal memory, or I guess storage space, 4 times the amount for only $250 more. That's not bad. That's actually a good balance. Makes you wonder why they're charging $1,000 for the base version. No, they're greedy. They're greedy. They're greedy people. Let's keep it clean. I would like to say other things about them, but I won't. Okay, move on. So it has the same processor as the S9 Plus, which is a good processor. It's a very fast phone. This one's just going to have 8 gigs of RAM, which is going to make everything run faster anyways. It has a better placement for the fingerprint scanner. If you look on any website that has a picture of it now, well, I'll hold up my phone if you're watching the video, but you see how the fingerprint scanner is directly under the camera? Now it's going to be off to the side, and you'll have the dual cameras on the back. So that's a nice fun thing that they're doing. I'll get to that in a minute. So it has a bigger screen by like 0.1 inches. I think it's like a 6.3 inch screen now, or 6.2. I'll have to look that up. It has a new pen. They didn't say what they upgraded in the pen, or I just haven't found it yet. But it has a new pen with a lot of feature updates, and we'll see what that is, because I love the pen. I write notes all the time. Anytime I go to the store, I'm writing notes on it, crossing it out, all that. It's a good way to keep track of things. It's easy. I don't need to carry paper and a pen with me. That's my thing. Okay, and it supports Dex Mode now with USB-C to HDMI adapter. So that I don't know what that is actually yet. I'm trying to figure out what Dex Mode is. If it's just a multi-monitor, like a screen sharing thing, or I'll figure that out. But basically, it's way newer than what my phone can handle. I can screencast to my smart TV, so that's pretty nifty. But yeah, it can do Dex Mode now, and it has two 12 megapixel rear cameras, and one of the 8 megapixel front cameras. So the selfie camera is the same as it has been for a couple years. It's a good selfie camera. Like, it's basically the same as it's on the S9 and S9 Plus, the selfie camera. And I think it's the same cameras as the S9 Plus now on the back for the 212s, 212 megapixel cameras. They're supposed to be really nice. Supposed to have great pictures. Okay, guys, moving on to the main topic. Hold on. So, Doom. First off, Doom Eternal We don't have a release date yet, but it's coming out next year early. And it's supposed to be freaking brutal. It's a direct sequel to the 2016 Doom game that Bethesda and it released. So it's a sequel to that. Uses that Doom guy continuing the story directly. Apparently he has a sword now, the badass sword that the guy that he collected in the end that we thought was a key. Then Hayden turned it on and it was like lightsaber of death. It was like blah. It's like hell's lightsaber. It was wonderful. Now you get to use it. It's a weapon. Which I mean, we could talk about that another time, but it's a freaking weapon. I've been looking forward to Doom Guy having a sword forever. And he's got like upgrades all over himself. Like he has new armor, so he has like a blade on one side, and it leads to a whole bunch of bloody fatality moves. That's awesome. All the glory kills. Yeah, that blade leads to so many awesome, deadly, brutal fatality moves. I just call them fatalities. I know it's glory kills. I'm going to call them fatalities still because Mortal Kombat, they're kind of, that's what they got it from. Okay. Let's see. So, is it good or bad idea to make a sequel? I think it's a great idea. A lot of people thought it was unfinished. They kept on saying over and over again that they felt it was complete, that it did not need a sequel. They said this. They said, oh no, we don't need a sequel. The game is complete as it is. It feels complete to us. People demanded it. They're like, no, give us more. Continue that story. Because it was kind of a cliffhanger. I mean, I won't spoil what happened, but it was a cliffhanger. And now they are continuing it. We don't know if it's gonna I don't know if it's gonna happen hundreds of years after, a year after, a month after. But a lot of crap has gone down and hell's invaded Earth, and now there's hell on Earth, which means basically Earth lost. And you're Doom Guy going out for revenge because you hate demons. Would that mean Doom Guy is racist? Because he hates the entire race of demons and is pretty much committing genocide on them? I think I killed so many demons when I was in hell in the first one that there aren't any left. They stopped throwing them at me by the end of the game. No, that's how brutal he is. But yeah, this is all the hype. And they're hyping this up so much because I think it can live up to the hype. It's supposed to be better in every way. They want you to feel more brutal. All your weapons are way upgraded. Some of them have secondary fire modes. Well, all of them have secondary fire modes, but some of them are just so brutal. Like the super shotgun, now it has like a chain link that attacks. Like it's like the hook shot in Zelda, but with a shotgun attached to it. So you can link onto an enemy, zoom up to him, blast him in the face, and then jump off somewhere. It's supposed to be a lot faster. I'm so looking forward to it. The gameplay was awesome. And we saw the Hellraiser. Was it Hellraiser? Yeah, I think that was his name. We saw a lot of different enemies. A lot of them have been reimagined. We have some new ones coming up. Like the Death Marauder, which looks a little bit like the Doom Guy. And they said that does have a big part in the story. He's like, oh yeah, there's a whole story behind that. So maybe if there was an older Doom Guy or a previous one, or he had a team, and then the other Doom Guy or Doom Guy member got, basically turned. Must have turned. There must have been another Doomslayer or an alternate timeline, because we know he's a futuristic guy that has been around for ages, and there were other Doom Knights. So you remember the knights that were all the statues of the knights? It might have been one of those. But he has very similar armor and look to the Doom Guy. Just as a big badass demon. So we'll find out what happens with that. That's going to be a big part of the story, and I'm looking forward to that because we need Nemesis. We need a big arch villain, and that is awesome. A big arch villain that actually fights you. That's going to be so cool. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, guys, but moving on to the next part. Basically, who is Doom Guy? He's the nameless badass. Well, they gave him a name later on, just kind of went with it, saying he was related to the guy from Wolfenstein. That's about all we know. But that's if you go with the Doom RPG games, which aren't exactly canon because they're not part of the original games. They were just made for the sake of them existing. But yeah, Doom Guy is basically the military badass who was on Mars Demons invaded. He killed them all. He went to hell. He killed them all. He came back, went to Mars, killed them all, went to Earth, killed them all, went back to hell, killed them all, went back to Earth, and killed them all. There's the legend of the Doomguy. Demons fear him. He has killed their biggest, baddest enemies. They have legends spread throughout the land about him and how they fear him and how he is the unstoppable force that will kill everyone. Oh, I'm looking forward to it so much. That's basically who Doomguy is. And all this lore happens as you're going through the game. You're looking up notes. You're checking out the runes. They have like statues. You see the battle, like what happened last time, just kind of played out throughout the thing by seeing these giant demons laying on the ground dead. It's awesome. That's what it was like in the old one, in the first 2016 Doom game. So that's who Doomguy is. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Doom Marauder. Anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was an interesting topic. Tell me what else you want to hear about. You want to hear more, what you'd like about this. Comment down below. I like talking to you guys. I get lonely. I'm a geek. I live in a server room. So, talk to me. Hope you guys have a great one. If you're watching this on a podcatcher of some sort, like it. Subscribe if you want to hear more. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe if you want to hear more of this stuff. I also have video game videos, a lot of them. I think I'm over 750 videos by now. Press that like button. Tell me how you did in the comments below. I will see you guys later. Go check out one of the playlists. Click on my channel link and check out one of the playlists. I have played a lot of games, so you might find something enjoyable. Have a good one, guys. Bye.